That tells me I am live. Bum 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 bum. Woohoo! We are here. Round 2. Yep, here we go. Round 2. We are trying again. We'll see if we have better luck this time. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. No, I'm not seeing chat there, but that's fine. So, new website whose is this? It is the Godforge website. At least that is the one we're waiting on. Godforge GG1. It is currently under maintenance still, so we tried this earlier today with the Adventures of Adam, but it never came out. But the fact it's under maintenance, we're gonna give it a go, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Right, hello Grim, how we doing, mate? About an off bite? Yeah, hope so. Seems like a long streak. It's not gonna be that long. Yeah, that is the one. T-Maz. Welcome DLDS, welcome. Oh, okay, thank you. I will adjust that record. I turned it up earlier because we had I put minus 10 decibels on it. How's that? Or do we need a little bit more? Let me know. Michael and Kingy. I can put it a little bit more. I'll turn it down on YouTube itself. Right, yeah. We can do that. There you go. Oh, no, we're good. We're happy. Everyone's happy with minus 10. Okay, seems like it. Yeah, everyone else is saying the sound was too loud, so Ricky's saying that there isn't none. So it might be your end, Ricky. I'm assuming everyone else can hear everything. I figured we would need something just to pass the time whilst we wait. I thought maybe about just waiting until it's actually live, but after at night I'm sat bored on me Todd, so I figured we'd go live now and just see what's what. That's absolutely fine, T-Maz. If I can assist in any way, let me know. And have Google Translate. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. And hopefully you won't have to listen to me gibber on about not a lot. Very long. We can hopefully start looking at some of these kits. So I think because we've seen most of the legendaries, I think I'm going to primarily focus on looking at the rares and epics, as we know nothing really about them, and especially like we don't know what's changed since alpha as well, but depending on how it's laid out, maybe we'll go by faction, maybe we'll go in rarity order. Do you guys have a preference? Do you want to go like faction by faction? Shall we go with all rares? Okay, Lex, I appreciate that, man. I'm actually not so bad at pronouncing the American heroes, I don't think. Team Prayer, welcome Rabbit, welcome. One thing I will do is I know Mighty Zoo is also streaming at the same time, so we will show him some support and we will lurk in his stream too. Oh, he's not gone live yet, but we will lurk there as well. Yeah, so what do we reckon? Factions or rarities? What should we do? Do you reckon, Amity? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the picture and let's see what it showed. Godforge. Did you know they make our factions mix up too complete? Oh yeah. The thing is, Lex, is it's they haven't. I don't think they've mixed up two mythologies. They're just combining Mesoamerican, so they have both Aztec and Mayan in there. So, like for example, Quetzalcoatl, I believe, is the same as Kukulkan or Kukulkan, just two different mythos. So I think, yeah, they're going to be mixing both in there. So we got one vote for rarity, factions more interesting. Vivian first, after that go by faction. Hey, zombie! What showed up today? I stand with Avalon. Baby girl Viv. My preference for factions, with all revealed. Okay, so it seems they're releasing comments. So Simon said in the CC Discord that it would be all implemented heroes. So that leads me to believe that it will be all rarities in the game. Keep finding some noteworthy epics. Yeah, King Ito. It seems like everyone would rather go in faction order. But I do have a preference myself for looking at the epics and rares too, because that's what we're going to be hopefully getting first. I say hopefully, we will be getting them first, and so I think it's important to get a good foundation for maybe ones to look out for, and that's the aim of this little stream, I suppose, just to look at the rares and epics just for a quick pass. I would have done this on my own, but I figured, why not stream? I say I figured, someone else told me that why not just stream it, just so we're not on our Todd. So I think, by the sounds of it, we're going to go with factions, because that seems to be the majority. But yeah, predominantly we're going to focus on the epics and the rares. Need to give Zolotl some love. I love Zolotl. Zolotl's awesome. Rarity and time. Azrael Gaming, hello. I'm in a dilemma. I have 3 Godforge minigame accounts, 1 Quetz, the 2 Heimdall, and the 3 Vivian. At the moment, I have to choose between Vivian and Sun Wukong. Opinions. Oh, Azrael, are you likely to spend money? Be my question. Also, did you see Faithless post on HH's live beta EA gameplay? Solar Nebula, what do you mean? Did I see the post that they're going to stream tomorrow? I did see that. I know some gods are similar, so I think I could probably end up in them not adding. Yeah. Just also got a death like key scene. Even their realms, looks and vibes are different. Yeah, that's true. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Lex, the Popplevul, I think the likes of like Alplush and the other one don't actually have names. They're like God 5, God 7, I think. Someone, yeah, Solar they were. Ragewood, where did you forget Adam? Florian, Adam is asleep. I really wanted him here. But, you know, he had to go to bed earlier. Hindsight says that he should have gone to bed at normal time, wake up early, and we still could have done this, but it is what it is. I really want African mythos behind. Willis, I am with you there. African mythos, Korean mythos, I would really like as well. I think they're both so sick. King of Rares Only is here. Gamer Riptide. Yeah, hello. You have all support. Try one account with a damage dealer. Yeah. So my general rule of thumb, Azrael, is if you are spending, take Wukong, because there are so many good supports. You're bound to pull one, whereas there's only one Wukong. If you are not spending, I am generally an advocate of taking a support. But Wukong is very, very good. So there's no wrong answer there. But I like what Lex is saying. If you've got 3 accounts and 2 of them already have support, maybe take a damage dealer. Yes, Adam is in America. He lives in Kansas, I believe. But he works night shifts. So generally he's up at like 6 in the evening, and then he'll work through till like 5, spend a couple of hours at home with his family, then go to bed at like 7, 8 o'clock. However, he stayed up till about 11 a.m. his time. My camera's gone. Seems fine in mine. Low spender, Azrael. Okay, Azrael. Well, it's up to you, man. As I say, Lex made a good point that you've already got 2 accounts with support, so maybe it's worth taking one of a damage dealer. But yeah, I'm an advocate of, if you're a spender, maybe take a damage dealer, because there's so many good supports, you're more likely to get one. Oh, you're on and off in the camera. I'm on and off in the camera. Anyone else experiencing me flashing on and off in my camera? Let me know. Also, by the way, if the music stops at any point for what appears to be a random reason, let me know, because I will miss it, and it's generally just the YouTube playlist saying, "Are you still listening?" And the answer is I am. No. Very aggressive no from Kevin. Okay. Might just be you then, by the sounds of it, Lex. Okay, cheers everyone, I appreciate that. There we are. So here's another question for you all. What rare or epic are you most looking forward to seeing today? Let me know down below. It can be an alpha, rare and epic. It can be someone new. No worries, Lex. Hello, Shadow Wolf. 5.25 chance to get some Wukong after 200 blue shards. Yeah? Math people. Can't see any flashing, which is about really you'd be demonetized. Well, we can, no, you're right. Hound of Duat. Interesting, yeah, because Hound of Duat's eternal now, isn't he? I'm pretty sure Hound of Duat was, oh, what's green? Is it Cunning? I'm certain that he's changed rarity. Cyclops with the hype on the street, yeah, that's definitely one we'll look at. Gary and Reki, yeah. Said I was interested in him being in the game when I was in the podcast, so I'd like to stick with Odysseus, yeah. Oakwee Twins, anything with Aetherburn, Green Knight, all of Virai and American. Anything that gives all Asgardians ally attack a Lashishi. Yep. Lots and lots to consider. By the way, because I don't have the website open, if it goes live, let me know. Affinity, not rarity, bro. That's what I meant. Thank you very much. You know what I mean. That's the main. Just gonna move my mic. American faction rarity. Yeah, I really like the look of the Americans. I'm also interested in see the awakening bonuses. Some of those drastically changed hero kits. Yeah, it's a good point, Willis, as well. We'll get through as many as we can. I'm not gonna spend way too much time on each one because I will be going to bed at some point. yeah, we'll be looking at the Awakenings. We'll look at everything. Didn't play alphas, so I don't really know who to ask for. But it would make sense to concentrate on the ones we haven't seen before, perhaps. Yeah, man, that's what I'm going to try and do. That's what I'm saying. So, like, we've seen a lot of the legendaries from the hero cards and the spoilers and all that kind of stuff. And the rares and epics are going to be more accessible for most people. So that is going to be my focus. But there's also some of the legendaries we've not seen at all also interest me. Like, what's his name? Larlock, the rain god. He looks so cool, and I really want to see his kit. So I'm hoping that's there as well. Bear in mind, guys, as well, like, I appreciate you coming here and hanging out. You know, feel free to check the website to your own heart content and put in here, Rage, definitely go check, like, XYZ out, and we can do that as well. I'm looking forward to seeing more AoE decrease. Possible not slayers, yeah. Debuff is way too low to lower rarities. We need a deacon. Yeah. It's true, Lex. I'd like to see some decreased defense in other rarities as well. The Juicer, yeah. Yeah, Larlock's definitely up there with one of the coolest looking, I think. So yeah, we shall see. We'll see what we do. I said I was going to look at this image, wasn't I, that Simon posted yesterday. Ooh, Dan is talking in the main Discord. What's Dan saying? You know it's serious stuff when Dan's chatting. Come back to that in a second. Where was the Godforge announcement? So, oh yeah, you're right. Looking at the image, we need more buff removers. Yeah, looking at the image yesterday, the hero index, the first one, if you guys can also see it, it was definitely in faction order. I just want the game to be helped. We all do, man. Yeah. So it looks like Aru's at the top, then Avalon, no, then Asgard, Avalon. Is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. I think what we'll do then, gang, is we'll just start at the top and work our way down. So we'll start with, who did we not see? We'll start with maybe Cleopatra, because we've not seen her at all. Then we'll look at like Babby, Nefertiti, Nitocris. If you guys don't know the image I'm on about, I can't link it in the chat, unfortunately. But if you go to the main Godforge Discord, Godforge announcements, and then click the first one, I think that's how I'm going to work through it. It's the answers. On the third account, I was thinking of taking a different approach. I'll see how the account evolves minimal investments. Yeah, I'm at work in here, but what's good? We don't know yet, Moon Knight. We are hoping very soon to be able to find out. Are you Team Dra in the Champ Pass at the end of the campaign? I am not. No, I'm not Team Ra. I don't know what it will be. It makes sense that it's Ra, but I don't know. I don't know. There's definitely something funny about the three in the Echo summoning thing. You had Hades, Ra, and King Arthur. He's probably one of those three, I imagine. We'll see. It would make sense that it's Ra. I don't know, maybe I'm hoping that it's King Arthur. Yeah, that's what I've decided. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the Aru. We're going to look at the ones that we've not seen previously, and then we'll go down from there. On Bamf, I all. John, does Bamf stand for badass? And I won't finish the rest of it, but I think you know what I mean. Yeah. Let's do a quick poll. We'll do a little yes, no. Yeah, from missions rather from campaign completion. Yeah, could be Nicholas. 2k summons to do later. I need this site now. Beat them. Moonlight, you got plenty of time. Should King Arthur be put in the game launch Trailers Pack and hated the game launch Battle Pass? Yes, Solar, it's definitely going to be something like that. 100% Solar. Looking forward to seeing if Poseidon comes soon. I bet on him being a fusion. If I'm betting high, he'll be the first fusion. That's my prophecy. X, what makes you say that? I mean, it's cool if it is. I don't know what makes you say it. Is it just because he's well known? I want to see Izanagi. Oh, Vince. So earlier on today, I had Izanagi on my main account, and I didn't take it because I have Heimdall. But I have Heimdall on like a secondary account. It's just not one with Max Ether, so I turned it down, and now I'm regretting not taking Izanagi. Evening, Frank. I have 1 hour work left. How are we doing? There's 50 of you in here. Wow, crikey. Thank you very much for all of you for hanging out with us this evening. Don't forget to like the stream if you have not already. Mr. Poopaloops, no. No, we don't even have the site yet. I came on a bit premature just to chat with everyone, basically. No doubt we will have I expect we'll have an announcement in Discord saying that, you know, the site is live. Also, this is the gift. What do you reckon it will be? I reckon it's going to be Aether. 25k to help some of the newer starters get one or the other. It's all out of salt. He pushed you to stay with time. Yeah, and it is. Yeah, it is. It's 4 minutes to 11 p.m. here. And we haven't... I don't want to say for sure, but I really believe I remember that once being asked, him not being anywhere to be found in Fusion Scale. So. Yeah, Lex, I remember in the TwitchCon video that they put out, they said Poseidon wasn't going to be there at launch. So, you know, it's not a bad guess, to be fair. How hungry at the moment? I have Heimdall. I had the option to switch earlier to Izanagi because I have Heimdall on another free-to-play account. But I say free-to-play account. I could spend on any number of them. But right now I have Heimdall. Going to have extra pools since it's been extended again, but I seriously doubt I'll switch from Quetz. Who knows, Ricky? For all, I mean, to be fair, we've had Quetz's art, haven't we? It's the awakenings that we need to double check. This is it. All these awakenings of things could have changed. It's going to make us all reconsider. But yeah, Power Hungry at the moment. Heimdall's what we're starting with. King Arthur would have been my pick over Dracula if he was the poorest for minigame. Yeah. Yeah, King Arthur's cool. I think maybe he would have been mine too. As a plucky Brit. Imprint places protect 2. Thinking else which one are we on about? Let us know. Life of a CC, always waiting. Yep. Oh wait, there's a Discord thing. Ah. Ooh, yeah. Can do. Guys, Anne has offered to jump into a Discord call and have a chat with us. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Everyone interested in that? Turn my headset on. I want 300 Leonidas, nice. I went with Heimdall over this Zagi, I hope I was right too. We'll find out, Vince. What Pantheon are you on, by the way? Lex, I'm in my own Pantheon group. Pausing the music, gang. Yeah, Vince, that's right. Do, 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 do. Oh, he's busy. Gonna have to call. Banshee does look interesting. Yeah, guys, if you are still looking for Pantheons, we've got spaces in. I've got 4 open at the moment with diff spaces in each of different one. So yeah, I've got a little cluster going. Oh, seeing as he's busy right now, we'll play this again. So yeah, gang, we are going to have Phixion enter a Discord call, and he's going to chat with us all. Does that sound good? And Cleopatra was a very clear win there. Mr. Phixion live on stream. That's what we're going to have. Moonlight. Anyway, I grew up in the Portsmouth area. Portsmouth. Yeah, Grimmy. Dixie's coming out to play. There's 60 of you in here as well, which is cool to see. $60 of you in here and only 19 likes. Ugh, heartbroken. Yeah, so when he's ready, he's obviously very busy right now, but he's offered to jump into a call and explain to everyone what's going on, so we shall do that. Come join us in Kojiki. I have to say, Kojiki semi-comp Pantheon is definitely the most active and chatty. Right. We're going to pause this. What I'm going to do, gang, I'm just going to... Hey, right, let's change... Yeah, I'm good. You okay? Yeah, mute my stream. Right.
How you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Just
Exciting second stream of the day.
Exciting second stream of the day. Yeah, starting a little bit later.
I watched like the 2.5 hour stream earlier while I was desperately trying to get these pages up and running for you. Didn't quite work out to plan.
There you go. These things happen. So, can everyone hear you? Is the big question.
Good question.
We shall wait and see what everyone says.
I'll pay attention to your chat. Ooh,
Yeah,
you got a Grim in chat.
I do have a Grim in chat. We love Grim.
Yeah.
From his excitement, I imagine that you can be heard.
Yeah.
We'll just wait for someone else to say that you are heard.
No, everyone's left now.
That's it. Dan's voice is low.
That's how it should be. It is nearly midnight.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Bring him up in the mix a little bit. Yes, a little quiet. Okay. We'll turn your user volume up in Discord to like 175.
Maybe I'm just particularly soft spoken this evening.
You could
it's
be.
Possible.
I've turned you up in Discord. I can't turn you up in the mixer anymore.
I am only on my wireless headset as well, so
There.
I apologise for the quality of the audio.
There you go. So I've turned him up. Is that a little bit better?
Dan will fix everything. Absolutely. That is why I'm here. Now, I'll be honest. I'm here to talk to you wonderful people because actually there's very little that I can do to speed things up right now. So just to give you a bit of background, obviously the plan was the plan still is to have all of these wonderful champion pages live. However, It was working in our dev environment, it was working in our staging environment, and we've just tried to push it to our live environment, and we've come up with a bit of an issue with uploading a load of the data in one go, basically. So we're currently battling with our server to be able to get the pages up, and it's because we're basically importing somewhere in the region of 2,200 new images, champion the hero images, cutouts, things like that, all in one go. So we're having to do it in batches, and once you've put them through as batches, you then have to tie all that data together. So unfortunately, it's just taking a little bit longer than we thought it was going to. Uh, but it does sound like the guys have found a solution to tie it all back together, and we should be able to put it live. And the goal is that it's going to be live by today.
I mean, it's.
I was going to say by midnight,
Yeah,
but then I'm thinking
we've got an
it's
hour
going to be
left.
by midnight somewhere, right?
But yeah, I said the US. As long as it's by midnight West Coast, you're still fine.
Yeah.
Also,
It's still
Frank,
lunchtime.
thank you so much for becoming a boss member. I appreciate you.
Hey,
There you go.
what an absolute legend.
He is a boss.
But yeah, so I've been trying to like type in Discord and stuff to people, but I figured, well, you're live, you've got a bunch of people watching you. I'll just come and explain where it is, where we are with it, and
yeah.
yeah. So we put the site into maintenance mode. Fun fact, like one of the biggest issues that we had was that the data that we're pulling into the website is all connected to like the mini game and things like that. So the mini game pulls the same character data, and what we didn't want was anybody at the same time as us importing data pulling summons, because if they summoned in the mini game, it could either break the data of the heroes that they're pulling, or somehow stupidly result in them pulling something which shouldn't be pulled. For example, a boss. Which I'm sure would have been very fun for somebody to realize that they've got, I don't know, the boss from Hag's Hollow now as their summonable champion in the game. But it probably wouldn't have been the best for the outcome of the actual experience as a whole. So that's why we actually had to completely from scratch build the maintenance mode, because that didn't exist at lunchtime today. So we built the maintenance mode, and obviously now that's working. And yeah, now obviously we're just struggling with getting this imported data. The worst part about it is it was all going so smoothly right until the point when we're like, cool, let's put it live, and then you try and push it out to the main branch, which is the public branch that everyone's able to see, and it just won't let us upload the data.
Yeah.
So but as I said, the guys are now running it in batches. It's just literally because we're uploading thousands and thousands and thousands of files. I hope when you guys see it, you'll see quite how much has gone into it. Now, the cool thing about it, and this is what I was trying to explain, is that we're putting the champion pages. I keep calling them champions. Sorry, Simon's going to kill me for this. Hero pages. I played way too much Raid Shadow Legends. That's the problem. We're putting the hero pages live, and the kits and things like that, they're still a work in progress. However, what we're going or what the community is now going to be able to see is, as we're working on these heroes and we're uploading them into the game to in different builds and things like that, you guys are going to be able to see the live data that we're testing, the live data that's like the live builds that are going in, any edits and things like that. We're going to be able to put patch notes out on the website, so you guys are going to be able to see in real time the state of play of these heroes as they're in development.
It's cool.
That's the plan.
It's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
are we like 50% done?
a solid 60.
A solid 60. I'll take it. I'll take a solid 60.
I would say it's the definite optimistic 60. No, realistically, as soon as we can get the files uploaded, we just need to check through, make sure that everything's pulled through right, and then we can press go live.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
and I guess in a sense for this, and Simon and Sham, we're in what we call the war room in the Fateless Discord. So we've got a war room when shit really hits the fan. Everyone jumps in and kind of does what they can, and there was very little that I could do to help. So I said, oh, I'll jump on and have a chat with Pete. And Simon and Sham both said, "Oh, go give a leak or something like that, and just make sure everybody understands that we're working." But I guess in light of that, this update that we're doing to the website is only phase 1. So phase 2 comes with not just the hero pages, but we've got the boss guides. I say guides, they're not guides. I want other people to make guides, but the boss information, the stage information, all of the weapons and things like that we've talked about, a full database of buffs, debuffs, basically every tool that you could possibly need for content creators to create content on the game, but also for just regular players to educate themselves on the different areas of the game and sort of work out strategy guides, meta, that sort of thing. We're trying to create as much of the assets that we never had with what we were trying to build at HH Gaming for Godforge, so that anyone can jump in and kind of create very cool tools for the community and stuff like that. And these are all going to be rolling out over the next couple of weeks. So
exciting stuff. Oh wait, so we'll have bosses over the next couple of weeks as well. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It depends. I mean, we may have hero pages in the next couple of weeks, right?
It's going on today's timeline. Couple of weeks, June.
Yeah.
Adam, you were sleeping, and I needed another guest to keep us company. You're more
I'm sorry,
than happy.
I'm not as pretty.
I mean, debatable. I'd say you're just as pretty as each other.
Oh, that's a very diplomatic answer.
It is. I am nothing if not diplomatic.
Yeah, that's fair.
There we go. Presumably a stressful day for you as well.
No, I'm making computer games for a living. I don't have stressful days. We have difficult days.
Sure.
But we're very blessed.
Yeah.
We're surrounded by amazing people and an amazing community. And that's my diplomatic answer, and you won't hear anything different.
That's right. Will there be an API and pair? I don't imagine there will be an API right now.
Obviously, there won't be one right now, but there will be an API for the website, for access to the data, so that all of you guys who are creating tools, websites, things like that, as I said, we want to streamline the process of getting access to the data, and more to the point, accurate, up-to-date information. We don't want you having to traipse around and go and manually pull things to update your tools. So anything that we can do to help you with that, we will.
Nice. There you go. So another question for you then, Dan, whilst we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you have picked in the mini game right now?
Vivane.
Vivian, yeah, okay.
I nearly called her Serena.
Serena.
Yeah.
I think it's basically been confirmed now that it is. You have Serena picked. Nice.
Serena and Excalibur.
Nice.
Yeah, that was my choice. I did have Anubis though for a long time, and I was very torn because I really like Anubis.
I really like Anubis as well.
But I guess I'm fortunate that I get to play the dev builds and things like that, and I just really like her animations and VFX. So I just figured long term for my account, I think should be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I was on the Team Vivian wagon for so long that it's the
Yeah.
core cooldown for me. And
Well,
yeah.
so initially I had who was on my account originally? Because I I d- I think I told you I deleted my account by accident. Um, so so I was running the same build which I had, or the same account which I have attached to my dev account. And in the back end, when you're in the Unity builder, obviously we have to test heroes and things like that. And I was going through and actually taking screenshots of all of the heroes in the game, so that I could build out these champion pages. Um, and there's a wonderful little button that says reset and delete account, and I pressed it, not really, because what I did was I gifted myself all of the characters in the game so that I could take the screenshots, and I was like, okay, I'm done with that now. Don't want to keep this on my account, so press the reset and delete button, and not knowing the fact that what I actually just did was reset and deleted my minigame account 20 days in. Um, so
Rip.
I had to start again.
Yeah.
um,
Rip.
it's fun that they leave these little pitfalls for uneducated Unity people to be playing around with.
Yeah, unsupervised adults.
Oh, dude, like I know enough information to be extremely dangerous in that build, so I try not to touch anything.
Oh dear, what else do we have here? Grim saying get more leaks. That's Simon's job, not Dan's.
Yeah.
Uh, Michael, Dan, any chance on an update on supporter packs? I'd like to buy goodies.
So we don't want to put, as in like the founder
I
packs and the
presume that's
pre-launch
what he
packs that
means.
we were
Yeah, buy
talking about.
supporter
Yeah. Okay.
packs. Yeah.
So total transparency on that. We do have some very cool found what we're calling founders packs. I don't know how much information has been given out about them, but there's some very cool stuff that's going to be included in, including some physical stuff as well, that we've been working on. However, we're not comfortable putting those up until we've got a actual locked in release date to you guys. So they will be available as soon as we've got the locked in 100% date that you're going to be playing the game, which will be announced as quickly as we possibly can, hopefully very, very soon.
Soon
Um,
TM.
yeah. It's straight up out of Blizzard's playbook there. But yeah, we just weren't comfortable um, putting anything up for sale, which you didn't know when it was that you were going to actually get your hands on it as well. So, uh, you know, from a business perspective, it would be great for us to kind of put it out. But at the same time, from a moral perspective, we're very much like, we want you guys to know the date that you're going to play it so that you're educated with the information that you need, you know, to make the decision as to whether you're willing to you know, wait that long or spend now or whatever to get this pack. But it will be as quickly as we possibly can, which I think would be probably sooner than you might think, but probably not as soon as some people
I
hope.
would want yesterday is when
Yes,
they wanted it. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. No, I've got a pretty solid idea right now of when we're looking, and I know Simon's sort of hinted around when it's probably going to be, but there's just a few factors in play, just really from a business perspective. That one, obviously, we want the game to be as good as it possibly can be before we go live. Um, but we also want to make sure that we give it the best possible chance of success. So that can come at a cost of us spending just a little bit longer on some of like the features and things like that, because unfortunately, the reality of making games is it just takes a long time. You know, there's a lot of people working very, very hard to make this happen, and yeah, it just takes time.
Yeah.
But it's coming.
Yep.
Um,
Nice. Well, thank you for taking the
that's
time
all
to
right.
time.
No worries. Well, I'll jump back in and hopefully get these hero pages up for you. But I'll keep you posted if you need. If you're going to be on another 3-hour stream waiting for it to come, but
Yeah,
hopefully
I
not.
mean, yeah, hopefully not 3 hours. We've got a meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah.
That is valid. I think yeah, if it's going to be 3 hours, mate, you're more than welcome to take a sick note.
You heard it here first, folks. All
Yeah.
74 of you know that I can take tomorrow as a sick day.
Yeah. I said if it's another 3 hours, right?
Yeah, true. I don't know how I feel about that now, because kind of like, oh, I hope it's 3 hours now. I'm like, no, I don't want it to be 3
No.
hours. I want to jump in. I'm sure this angry horde of people as well.
Well,
Also,
I want you guys to look at it as well, because I will say that one of the major reasons that we didn't get it up over the weekend, and the reasons that we're putting it out even today versus that, is that there's just been a delay on importing some of the hero data. So there are still a lot of heroes where their kits are not displaying. But I have been told that although they're going to go out as they are right now, because we want to get it out to you, during the rest of this week, all of the ones that are currently saying that they're still being reviewed, they're going to be pushed out. So we'll have continuous updates to this page, these pages, really between now and launch. But very, very specifically between now and the end of the week, there's going to be quite a substantial amount of heroes updated, which have not got data in them yet. But we are just trying to get out as much to you guys, because obviously we promised to deliver, and that's what we like to do.
yeah, we appreciate you all the same.
Awesome.
Little
All right.
Yeah,
Enjoy the rest of your stream, and I will be in and out of the chat, but I'm going to go and see if there's anything I can do to help those guys.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Thanks for taking the time to pop in.
All right, take care, guys.
Take it easy, mate. Right, gang. Isn't that a nicer Dan to pop in? Let's get the Godforge soundtrack back up for you. And change the input, which should be that. I can hear music. Oh, that's why. We I hate technology. I'm so bad with it. Here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to just close that. I'll catch up on chat quickly whilst I fix this. Woohoo! And what will the extra goodie sign from us? And we don't know. I mean, he's no Alan Bot. Bah. Thought that too late. I'm calling it for release. My birthday's April 26th. Hey, Shadow, if it comes out in between and Nick's birthdays, left it down to see whether Heroes work in process will be displayed at least as pictures. Lex, I think all of them are going to be on there from what we know. It's going to be 5 a.m. for me when Hell Hades streams. Oh no, Solar. Sick. Dan, knew it. Dan being out the room. causes progress. Romsey, how are we doing, mate? Welcome. Right, let's try and pull this back up for you. Godforge playlist, where are we? Do. Bom, 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 bom. Godforge soundtrack. Right, that is playing there. But it's not playing here. How are we doing today, Romsey? You well? I can hear music. Was a Beach Boys song. This is the radio cover. I can't hear the music. I don't get it. Sick note, Sue. Yeah. Hey, you heard it here first, folks. I am allowed to take a day off or a sick note if it goes on for 3 hours. It's a bit loud. You can actually hear it, can you? Why am I not seeing it on here? On my mixer, like it's not there anymore. But the fact that you guys are saying it's too loud, you must be able to hear it. Let's just turn it down another 10 decibels. We're professionals here, folks. All the best people here. All we need now is the bleeding website. We only heard it for a second, then it disappeared. Which means then I'm taking a sick day too then. Yeah, Rachel, we can all take sick days. It's fine. That's so bizarre. But it's picking up on that one and not the one that I want. ACCs, does anyone speak to CC sender? Participate. Gotta hop off. See you later, Shadow. You guys should hear the music again. It might be a bit quiet now. We'll see. But Lex, the thing with the people like Sender and Scrap, for example, is I imagine it's their full-time job, so covering a game right now that's not out and generating much in revenue, I guess doesn't really make sense for them. This is probably why we're not seeing them yet, but I fully expect when things get off the ground that they jump in. Jumping off, grab some dinner, hopefully website will be up soon. Alright, the LDS, take it easy, man. We hear it, yes, fabulous. And now it's gone again, but now it's back. It's showing up on my mixer. That's all that matters. Quiet as it should be. Yeah, that's what we want. We just want it as background noise for the time being. Dan is lurking in chat still. He said the file is being uploaded. It's 80% okay in volume. I'll take 80% okay. It's not too loud, that's the main thing. Greetings, Charlemagne. How are we doing, sir? Will you be going live this evening? Or are you going to look privately and then sort of come out with a video or something later in the week? We had Dan in chat earlier as well, sort of explaining the situation, which was fun. So if you want to hear a little bit about what's been going on, just go back maybe... Hold on, I can tell you when he jumped in. 20 minutes ago. You can jump back 20 minutes ago. And have a chat there, but... Charlemagne, it's not long. It's not long. So essentially what Dan was saying is because of the sheer volume of images and such being uploaded, that the site dropped its pants. Shat itself. So they had to upload it in batches. And, you know, the files are up in progress right now. So fingers crossed. Hopefully it's not too late as well. Me, because it is 11:30. And I want to do this at least for an hour, just going through it, giving a quick pass on some of the rares and epics that we've not seen. Soon, TM. Yeah. Nice. Nice. When's the game finally being out live? The Chaos Gamer, all we know is April. Zoo just released a video about the hero kit. It's very weird. Yeah, Charmaine. So it's still offline, but it won't, hopefully, not too much longer. I've got lots going on tomorrow as well. As some of you in chat are aware. And I've got work meetings too. So yeah, won't be long though. Won't be long. What was Zoo's video that he put out? There's a lot we already know. Yeah, so we're going to be starting with Cleopatra because that's the first one that we don't know from Alpha, that we can see from the image that Simon put up yesterday. And we'll just work our way through all the different ones from there. That is the plan. Ugh. So yeah, we'll start with Cleopatra, and then what was the second one, gang? Let's have a look. The second one was Cleopatra. People wanted to look at Hound of Duat since he's changed affinity now, so we'll do that on second. Then we'll jump into Babby, Nefertiti, Nitocris as well. That's the order of business. All the new Eternals as well. Yeah, we'll look at the new Eternals too. So looking at the Aru, Horus and Sphinx we know from Alpha, so again I won't touch on those too much. Probably I'll skip them entirely actually this evening. We'll just look at new units, I reckon, with today's focus. No scrolls though, I believe it had to do with the website. I don't want to leave to confirm, but I saw something like that in the thumbnail. So the hamsters are furiously running. They are indeed. You just want to see Isolde. Adam, but you want to see Isolde for naughty reasons. The day off, or after that, it'll be late. I wish that were the case. Do have still a lot to do for HH outside of Godforge. Yeah, and I'm not going to comment too much on people's opinions and things like that. So, but if he has figured it out, that's fantastic. Just as rage too, yeah. Ymir kit, yeah. Ymir looks so cool. Ymir is definitely top tier when it comes to looks. Yeah. Pair of you are in the stream, but I've responded to the message as well. The suspense is killing us now. Also, Rowan. Oh, we've got an ad. We'll skip the Deliveroo ad. There you go, back to that. Roanoa Zorro, thank you very much for the sub. To be fair, that video that Zoo did with Simon was awesome. And I was going to tack it on to the end of my most recent video, but it would have been over an hour and 10 minutes long. I just skipped it for the time being. We'll come back to it maybe one time. Yes! Simon is going to be streaming tomorrow. It's funny, for those of you who were in the stream earlier today when Adam was around with us, there was a poll that went up during that stream talking about, and Simon had said, do we want a video or a live stream? And we were all saying the same thing, a live stream equals more leaks, and it looks like that it won. So Yeah, fingers crossed for that. This is what I mean. I've got such a busy day tomorrow. I have to write up about that as well after it's done. Soon TM. Ugh. I'll go grab groceries. I'll be back later. Yeah, no worries, Adam. You take it easy, man. You take it easy. Simon always equals leaked. Yeah. Stupid advert. I saw actually someone mention in chat earlier in the main Discord that they hope that Dirk is online with Simon tomorrow in the stream because it will be the most leaked. And I do agree. My time is 11:35 in the evening currently, Lex. So, yeah. I will stay on still and go through all the ones that we have not seen at all. That is still my goal this evening, but it will be harder and harder the longer it goes. Have YouTube Premiums, no ads? Yeah. I'd love to have premium everything, such as YouTube and things like that. But, you know, in current economic times, I have to consider what I do and don't spend money on. Saw that. Hey, Rachel's still hanging out. Yeah, make it happen. I have faith in you, Rachel, not to let everyone down. And you can see I'm making eye contact with you here through the camera. I know you see me. And do you know what the people want? Make it happen. Please. Yeah, Nick. That's normally your wake Ragewood up time with his phone going ping, 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 ping. Got a great deal on it, and I live on YouTube for music and everything. That's fair enough, so, you know. Moon Knight. I use Spotify for my music generally. Ah, we got another advert then. Prime, Young Sherlock on Amazon Prime with Guy Ritchie. It's fun. And a Domino's Pizza ad. This is the real stuff that you guys tune in for. We God. Yeah. And the thing is, like, now we can sort of, what's the word? Guilt trip Rachel. It says 63 people in here she'll be letting down if we can't get it to happen. 63 people. It's a lot of people to upset. I'm interested. It's on my watch list, Sherlock. You know what? It's never been on my watch list until now. I've just seen it. The advert looked kind of cool, so. Amazon Prime. What's the stats on that pizza? Really? I think it gave +5 to your HP, but -5 to your speed. It had pepperoni on it. Yeah. I mean, speaking of raid, I won myself a Bayet this morning. I won myself a Bayet. Yes, Moon Knight. I really liked that Benedict Cumberbatch version as well. That was sick. And Ricky Liner. Yeah, it is a classic. It is a classic. Like Pepsi's always right now. So, we're going to do something we've not done in a very long time. Whilst I go to the fridge, You didn't have to whale out for him. No, so I used all the shards on my account. I won't lie. I did use all the shards on my account. So it means that I won't have anything for this upcoming fusion. I finished with like 10,000 points, but it was literally everything. Anyway, we are going to have a Sue stream whilst I go sort myself a Pepsi. The return of Sue. Ugh. I'll have to move the mic. No, you can't see Sue. We'll move the webcam slightly. That's what we'll do. I'll leave you with Sue for a second. Back in the show. Goodbye, Sue. You got Australian CBC last week? Nice. Yeah, my raid account's very bare bones because I spent so long away from it. So, but at the same time, it means I'm kind of enjoying playing it just casually right now. Like, I'm not trying harding or worrying too much. So it's kind of fun. Simon will do live gameplay tomorrow. Yes, he will, Mr. Giles. This month's Fusion is edited, not STS, so don't worry. And luckily, this one is not a one-time or miss out. That was the other thing, Lex, right? Like, Assassin's Creed Black Flag is one of my top 3 games of all time. And I really wanted to get Edward Kenway, so I was going to pull anyway. Unfortunately, I didn't get Edward. You know, I got Olin, who is new to me, but I understand he was a fusion not too long ago, so still a win for me. Move back. I wailed out. I had not much to wail with. I was sniped 2 minutes to spare. I was lucky I didn't get sniped. If someone did snipe me, I had nothing. So that next. Yes. Original Sue. There we are. Sue is a bush baby. And I was gifted it when I was on safari in Africa in 2022. So, yeah. That is where Sue came from, the meme. Yeah. I've also got a little fuzzy owl, which I keep here as well. I called him something. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, some people keep Funko Pops, some people collect various other things. I have a soft plushy named Sue. Yeah. So, yeah, tried for Kenway, didn't get Kenway. Won myself a Bayek in the process though. So yeah, that's gonna be... I've seen good things. Obviously, I chat to Nubkets, those of you who know, and YST, who informed me that, you know, he's very good. So, pretty happy to get him for sure. Pretty happy to get him. Do we have any update in the Godforge? God. Hey Razor, do you think there's a chance that in the future you'll make a composition video between your life now and your life when you're employed? You can touch several points like lifestyle, income, liver satisfaction, daily routines. I mean, I suppose I could. I think I've been pretty open just generally. Like, I did a short recently where I actually went and supported my previous, well, not directly previous, but one of my previous companies at the National Exhibition Centre, doing some sales, which was fun. Long days, but it was fun. If that's the sort of thing people are interested in, I can certainly do it. I can also answer questions and things like that. But yeah, like, I mean, heck, let's talk about it now if you're interested. So, all right. I don't think my lifestyle's ever changed. Like, I've been in this flat for 5 years now. Be 6 in whatever it is. But yeah, I used to work for the family firm in sales. Paid very well to do so. But, you know, let's say quality of life perhaps wasn't there. So, after 10 years, I left in September 24. Wasn't sure what I was going to do. I knew that wasn't it. And I went and worked for the Royal Mail, or Postal Service for those of you elsewhere around the world. 6 months, earning far less than what I was earning in sales, but it was enough to pay my bills. I only had to work half days because that's the Postal Service. You'd start at 6, finish shortly after lunch, and it kept me fitter. So from sort of November 24 through to, when did I leave? March 25. I dropped 5 stone in weight. Just from getting out and being healthier and making healthier choices. Thinking for myself rather than takeaways because I had more time. You know, all that kind of stuff. And then in March I started working for Hell Hades. And that's that. That's kind of my life in a nutshell. And I've been here ever since. It'll be a year at Hell Hades in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks tomorrow. But tomorrow is 10 minutes time for me. I would have been at HH for a year. Anyway, that was a bit deep and philosophical and sentimental, so apologies for that. But yeah, that is certainly the last few years in a nutshell. Yeah, Frank Wisety has been quiet for a month. Like, he does a lot of work, but I don't know if you know, he also works for HH. He does a lot of work there. It takes up a lot of his time. Love the video you get in the message that you got the job. Yeah. Do you mean the one that I posted shortly after Christmas with the security footage? Yeah, a lot of people like that. That was fun. And the short I released ages and ages ago. I was doing my hair in the mirror. Working in Hell Hades team must be a blast. Yeah. I'm very fortunate that I've got a dream job, you know, and again, quality of life is still there. Much happier than what I was in sales, even though again, I know I was earning an awful lot in sales, but money doesn't buy you happiness. That's something you've come to learn. At least I have. Yeah, Dan is very supportive, Simon is too, as well as all the other guys behind the scene. I do consider myself incredibly lucky. Yeah, there we are. If you guys want to know anything else, let me know. If not, we will revert back to Godforge chatter. What's Lex saying? I have 2 plushies. A fox plushie that looks like a plushie from the wardrobe in FNAF 4. I feel like I should know what that is, but I don't. The pink flamingo, which was a gift from a gay friend, next student. Hey, you're never too big to have plushies. What do you do on the team? Content. That's what I do. Content. Specifically, I cover Dragonair and Godforge. So all of the write-ups that you see, Godforge and things like that, and most of the Dragonair stuff is me. And occasionally dip my toes in Raid. Hence, firing up the Raid account just to get back into the swing of things. What a lot of people don't know is that I actually spend most of the time chained up in Rachel and Simon's basement with a cactus. So, yeah, don't often get to see the light of day. But again, I do feel myself very fortunate. No, Rachel. I am the lucky. I consider myself to be very fortunate. 5 Nights at Freddy's. Never seen that. But I think I've seen trailers for like 5 Nights at Freddy's or something. Is it like a or not, maybe not horror, what's the word, like thriller, something like that? We're doing a great job, appreciate the video. It's not, you know, I try my best to put it that way. But there's still an awful lot to learn. Awful lot to learn. I am far from a polished product, but without being big-headed, I know these games. So, you know, my video editing might not be perfect, neither will audio and things like that, but I do understand Gacha. It's kind of hard to them to let you have a cactus for the company. Yep, I had to beg for the cactus. Just something to keep me company. Hashtag free Ragewood. Yep. Loki wanting a Godforge Times Five Nights at Freddy's collab. No, they have nothing to do with each other. Yeah, I think in the terms of collabs, that's probably going to be one of the last ones on the list. But the ones that they could do are amazing. I've always been a very big advocate for a Magic the Gathering collab. That's what I really want. And I think it kind of works well. Lord of the Rings, I think you could throw in there. There's so many you could do. Maybe one day we'll have a 5 Nights at Freddy's. Did you win the Dash Race of being able to first read the website yet? No. No, I am in the same boat that everyone else is. I can show you. Yep, nothing for me either. I just figured that the Godforge image would be slightly nicer to look at than an under maintenance screen. PDK, finally done with work. I see round 2 is going as good as round 1. You would be right, CDK, yeah. I thought about the show Hunting, Secrets and Seekers. I think it could work, but it's too obscure, yeah. Lovecraft would be, I think, is a very popular one that I've seen. Lovecraftian sort of lore. But I honestly don't expect them to do like a, let's call it an out-of-universe collab for a while. Because there's so many mythos they can pull in from. North America, Korean, some African ones as well outside of Egypt. Night all, gonna hit the hay. Hopefully website will be live then. Good Iron Pair, thanks for hanging out, mate. You know, as soon as your head hits that pillow, it's going live, by the way. You'll have to come back. And the Valimar. I am a black player. I stand by that black's the strongest colour. No, it's not. But I am a black player at heart. So obviously that extends into Rakdos and Grixis. But I have a total of 58 commander decks in varying colours and things like that. Yeah, Godforge and Percy Jackson would be really good. You just wonder though, is the collab too close to what they already have with the Olympians? That would be the only thing I'd say. I hear I watch TMNT. No. Adam, can one of the mods ban Adam, please? I also always wear black. Yeah, I'm a big fan of black decks MTG. My most, I guess if you want to call it competitive deck, is a Crick Son of Yorkmoth. That is my pride and joy, that deck. Dang, I have Beamtown Bully deck that slaps. Yeah. CryptoPunk here. Hey, Arisha, or CryptoPunk, whichever you prefer to be called. Welcome. Mono white for the win. Yeah, like, I've got some mono white decks. I've got a Light Pulse deck. I have a Mum deck. But for those of you in the know will know what I mean. The one that sort of stopped battle cries and not battle cries, ETBs into the battlefield triggers and doubles my own. And I also have, I forget her name, mono white soldiers deck where she works similar to, I forget its name, but it says like opponents can't activate abilities and such on your turn. I've got a mono white version of one of those. It's got 3 mono white decks. Also catch all the flack for being blue. Yeah. But hey, you know, you're the guy who says, are you going to pay the 1 or pay the 4 in case of Magic Fish? They don't have Poseidon or Perseus, so they could manage it. The biggest issue is Brand now belongs to Disney. You know how tricky stuff they'll get. Yeah, that's it. Lex. Any kind of collab, I mean, especially with Disney, is going to be not cheap. I imagine they will target publicly. Is it publicly owned stuff? I forget what the word is. And I think Lovecraft falls into that as well. I like to ramp and play huge dudes. I'd swing at heart if I had to pick a single colour's green, but Teamer. Yeah. You're even Gruul, Adam. Gruul is another one. Yeah. Let's say I just like Black's playstyle, using life as a resource. Other deck I got Nekusar deck, that's very fun. Force draw, wheel, take damage. Not many people like that. That's not a fun one because you're punishing people for playing the game. Graveyard is also fun but so easily countered. That's why you don't run graveyard synergies. Crick Storm, that's what I play. Still waiting for donuts, watching her. Reanimator, whichever colours happen to be doing it at the time. That's that guy, Orzhov, Aristocrats, Reanimator. I also like, I don't know, we're very off topic at the moment, is, wow, what are they called? MTG Goldfish, where they do like their really weird ones. They're like mono blue elves, for example. That's always a fun one. Or what was it? I think one of them did like Simic ETB deck, but with no ETBs in the deck outside of the deserts that do 1 damage. Those are all fun. Asking, did you say please, is more fun? Yeah, that is true, Valma. The worst part of targeting currently owned franchises, they have to make stuff time limited. It just raised strategy of FOMO. I believe Bernardo said it was not their choice. Yeah, Lex, so obviously the thing is, it depends on the deal that the companies make with the what do you call it? IP holders, intellectual property holders. So it will be like, you know, if they did the Assassin's Creed collab with Ubisoft themselves might have said you can only use it for 3 months. It might be baked into the contract, which, you know, is also why they sometimes can't do repeats. Is that something Fatalists would want to do? I don't know. Beauty of Mythology is say it's publicly owned. So I say publicly owned, anyone can pick stuff up. So yeah, maybe one day. It wouldn't surprise me if it's a bit of both. Put it that way. I don't think it's all on Plarium, as much as, you know, they are snaky. Is that the word? Yeah. We play low power and don't get countered. Yeah, that's true. Cheating in huge discarded creatures will never not be fun. Yeah, that is true. I also have a goat rival deck, or Typal as it's now known, which is the most janky stuff ever, but man is it fun. So, a win con is Springjack Shepherd. I think it's Springjack Shepherd. The one where when it enters it makes 0-1 goats equal to your devotion to white. And then I have to... the idea is I have lots of anthem effects, and I just overrun people with goats. It's definitely my favourite deck. But to make it work, it has to be Esper, because there's not many goat generators. Charlie, I really don't rate those kind of IP deals. I'm assuming the game pays a lot of money for them. For me, it feels like a dice story. Yeah, Charlie, exactly. They're not for everyone. So, yeah, we'll see. The part is I haven't played in years with physical cards. I play in Arena every once in a while. At the end of the day, it's still choice parameter the contract. That was also very true with this. Right, and thank you very much. I appreciate you hanging out with us today. You look after yourself, and we'll see you soon. The Dreads, do not worry. You have missed nothing. Except for Dan. Dan popped into the stream earlier, had a chat with everyone. If you want to go back in the stream, you probably want to go back to about an hour from this point. If you go back an hour from this point, you'll hear the conversation with Dan, some of the difficulties they've been experiencing, and the reason for the delays. And he answered a few other questions as well, so definitely worth going back and watching. If you do, obviously you don't have to do it now, because, you know, Murphy's Law says the second you go back, everything will be up. Yeah. And I'm glad I decided to go to bed and not wait for the site. Yeah, and I mean, it was funny, I was talking to... I can't remember who I was talking to now, but it was saying, hindsight, you should have just gone to bed and then woke up a normal time, and then we'd still be here doing our thing normally. But there you go. I have 20/20 hindsight. So, it is what it is. At this point, you might end up going to bed again. Willis, I hate to say it, it is a possibility. But Adam, Dan did say that if I had to wait another 3 hours, I can have a sick note. So we've already been an hour now. So we'll give it 2 more, and then it doesn't matter. We can pull it all-nighter. It was worth a shot. In that case, go back. 20/20 hindsight, COVID was real bad. Yeah. Yes, it was. COVID was a very bad time for a lot of people. Fast forward 6 years and the world is, yeah, still messed up. I should fire up NTG Arena. I haven't updated it for a while, so... I don't know, I haven't updated it for a while. 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 I haven't updated Yeah. We could do a fire up raid. That's the other thing I could do. My wife heard the stream from several hours ago. Now here's this one and thinks I've been listening to you all day long. It's because you have the dreads. Honestly, you should really step away from the computer and get out a bit more. Some people might think you've got a thing for me. But one thing I will do, to be fair, whilst we're here, is I just realised the music stopped ages ago. Why is no one reminding me when the music stops? You guys have one job. I will update MTG Arena whilst we're here. Just cause. Wizard and I need to have an MTG Arena show match for funsies. Yeah. Didn't join the first one midnight for me. Glad I didn't miss anything. She just gave me the look. Mission complete. Trying to think. Is it Steam? Is it Steam that has MTG Arena on it? Library? No. Maybe I haven't just have it installed it on my new PC. Oh, we'll do that now whilst we're here. And yeah, maybe that could be a fun thing to do one time. For sure. MTG Arena. Play for free. English. Accept and install. Yeah. Please wait. Issues will start a game. And again, everything will be ready to go. But I think it's dangerous doing it. But maybe it's something me and Adam can do one day. I've got so in physical card form, I have a Toth Earthbending Master or Master Earthbender mono green deck. It's one of the few mono green decks I have. I also have on Arena, albeit it's not as well built on Arena, but I do have one. I also play a lot of Hearthstone Battlegrounds. That's fun too. And I'm off to MagicCon in Amsterdam in June, which is fun. Oh God, enter your email. I don't even remember which one I used. Yes, maybe this one? No. What about this one? Hooray! You putting biorhythm in it? What, since it's been unbanned? I have an original copy from is it, I think it was 2000, maybe a little bit after Magic 9th edition biorhythm. There's a 12 gig download on MTG Arena. It's fine. We'll let that go on in the background. But yeah, I have a I mean, heck, my cards are just here. A quiver case. I don't know if I've put biorhythm in here. We'll see. Mm. Oh, Adam, don't worry. My arena collection isn't like fantastic either. Don't get me wrong. Do. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Not in that part. You sure I put it in here? I say that. If I didn't, it would be in like the sideboard. Earthbend Cub, whatever it's called. Maybe I didn't. I could have sworn I put it in here. So I put it on the table. This is the top quality content you will want. Can't find it. One day, I could have sworn it was in here. Yeah, that's the one I have on Arena. Off. It's Chair's time to shine. Yeah, not for long. What we want is Godforge website time to shine. And I will stay up later than I have to. If I must. Did I put... I'll get it out sometime. Lol, still better than mine. I tend to forget about it. I'm scrolling apps on my phone, decide to play. Yeah. As I say, I've got an unfathomably large amount of decks ready to go at any one time. What else do I have in here? I have a Rakdos Witch King deck. I have a Villainous Wealth deck with Tassiger. I have a Gimmick Weenies, or Small Things deck. And the last one I've got in here is my most expensive deck, Jared. And it's only expensive because of the land base. All of my old fetches and special fetches, all that kind of stuff is there. All Discord messages. Hey, Michael. Big fan. Oh shit, Michael, you've just become a member. Become a boss as well. Thank you so much, Michael. It's very kind of you. You did not have to do that, sir, but I appreciate you.
Heat dries out your hair. New Pantene Heat
Oh,
in Glow.
more adverts. Pantene.
Our formula uses heat.
Pantene ad.
To release
New heat formula. And it's 4 times more Pro V nutrients. I mean, you guys could all hear this, but wow, it's fascinating.
Soft, glowy, healthy hair.
Soft, glowing hair when mine is balding and I need to shave it again.
Well, Adam Young's musical creation, Owl City, started
And
in his
Toyota's...
parents' basement, quickly gained a huge
what?
following through.
I don't want Owl City. There we are. Got to go back in a little over half hour. Take it easy, Lex. Michael P is OP. He is indeed. What if I refresh it? Oh. I refreshed it and it took a second to load. Michael P is OP and Frank, the pair of you. Appreciate you both. Membership is really something I should look into a bit deeper. No, I don't do enough. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, well. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, I've never been into TMNT. And half of the universes beyond I'm not a fan of. TMNT is one of them, unfortunately. But hey. Some people love it. There you go. 57 of you still hanging out. I do appreciate you guys being here. I understand it's probably not the most thrilling and exciting thing whilst we wait. But I still appreciate you all hanging out this evening. Or tonight, I say. This evening, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Maybe it's the morning. What do we reckon? Let's do a new poll. Skipping the pre-release. Pre-releases I normally go to be fair. The last, I think the last set I was proper excited about was Avatar. Because it was a big nostalgia for me. I tell you what's funny. I've done that poll. If Dan is still lurking, he knows the answer. Ooh, slightly more of you in favour. The site will be live the next 30 minutes. This is what our world has come to. Edge of Eternity. So Edge of Eternity's actually dropped on the weekend of my birthday, which is why I didn't play it. I did buy a couple packs though, and I hit the Black Mythic. I think it's like Artifact Enchantment, something like that. I don't know what it was called. I remember not being particularly taken back by it. Ooh, it's close. Gonna be what, 7 and 5. 7 in favour, yes. 5 say no. Got to put that pressure on. Yeah. They're all working very hard. It was fun to hear about that war room thing. They're all just watching the fallout. Do you reckon it's like the Secretary of State? Things like that. Do you reckon Simon's the president? Rachel's chief of staff? Something like that. Oh dear, we're getting tired now. Do. What else have we got? We still have music playing? Nope, it stopped again. Grrr. Hiss. Let's go back. Playlists. Shuffle
New
playlist.
herbal essences, argan oil
Boop,
elixir.
boop,
Breathe
boop,
in
boop,
the
boop,
scent
boop,
of a
boop, boop,
Moroccan
boop,
garden with pure argan oil.
More adverts.
For up
We've got
to
herbal
100
essences now.
hours of nourishment.
It's our advert.
Try it now.
Boop playlist. Shuffle playlist.
Choose you.
And
Choose
my
discipline.
protein.
Choose obsession.
when it is the release dates, Cheval. So the most recent update we've had is March, April, but Simon has come out more recently and said it's more likely April. So, and that's for early access, that isn't full release, bear in mind. Dan had some stuff to say about it earlier as well, which is nice. You might be the worst DJ in Godforge at the moment to see. Well, here's the thing to do, right? So I put the playlist on, I click loop playlist, I click shuffle, and then it just stops. And I don't know why. I can't help it. Every time someone asks about the release date, it gets pushed back 1 week. Oh god, we're screwed. We are screwed. Confirmed, never releasing then, yeah. All ended 30%, 55% maybe in the next 30 minutes. We'll see. Don't put that curse on us, Adam. Yeah, Adam's a mean person, isn't he? He goes to bed. He woke up on the wrong side of the bed. That's what happened. Adam woke up on the wrong side of the bed. What is it they say in Bruce Almighty? Adam is a mean kid with a magnifying glass, like sat on an anthill, something like that. Oh, smite thee, almighty smiter. Michael, I've just seen that. Working on the website servers. That's funny. I'm not going to spoil it. If you guys want to see what Michael's posted, join the Discord and you can see it in the general chat. I can't remember if we've crossed the 200 members mark now, but there's a few of us in here now. Even if you don't want to join a Pantheon, you should still join. Because there is lots of chat and fun stuff going on. Albeit, they are a bit crazy. Cam's cruelty also knows no bounds. That is true. Do. Oh, I really hope you guys are right. When did I start that poll? Like 15:15? I know it went on for 5 minutes, didn't it? So it would have been about just between 15:15, 20 past. So I'm going to give it till 1 AM my time. Which is in 40 minutes. Still nothing by then. I'm going to go hit that. And then we'll wake up tomorrow and do this all over again. Okay, no, the mean kid is the guy who stands on top of the doghouse next to the anthill and pees on the kid with the magnifying glass. I won't say which one I was. Yeah, exactly, Willis. We're all crazy. We're crazy to... Did I say it? We're crazy to believe that this was going to be done 5 minutes ago. Oh, MTG Arena's updated now, so we got that. lots of rewards to claim. Oh, we got some Lawin Eclipse pack. Name that. I don't know what we claimed there. Lawin stuff. And more Lawin packs. There we go. It is Wolfer. Didn't intend on being this late, but the way it's going, I'm going to get a sick day. You guys want to see me open some packs? He hasn't found it. MTG at the moment. Hasn't found MTG Arena on OBS. Soon TM. Where's my decks? My decks. Just join the live stream. What are your thoughts on Morgana? Do you mean Morgan Le Fay? I think Morgan Le Fay is cool. Maybe not the most OP, but then again, do you need the most OP stuff? Definitely a cool one though. No sick day for Podforge. No, I want to see you roll your summons. Oh wait, yeah, we've got new summons, haven't we? We can do those. We can do those too, for sure. Yeah. Let's do that. I still have my Toph deck there though. That's fun. Oh wait. Oh, Willis. I see what you did there. You have successfully rickrolled me. Well done. Something else. Giggle troll, to be fair. From me and Adam were talking about this briefly earlier with the Axe Hollow dungeon that we saw. It looked like that when you kill a totem is when you do damage to the boss itself. So I actually think Morgan Le Fay, assuming that is the one that you're on about, it's gonna be pretty good for that dungeon. Obviously we need to know more, and Dan was talking about the boss kits potentially coming out over the next few weeks. But yeah, so I got a pissing fly buzzing around. That's gonna piss me off. I've got a window open. Oh. Got it. Goodbye, fly. Has anyone here checked out Invoking Titan's Legacy? It's another game in EA that is actually pretty good. So it's interesting you mentioned that, CDK. So I had Shadow Wolf, one of the guys within my pantheon, talk about that. But he said it's quite intensive with your time. That's what he didn't like about it. Can you sort of confirm or elaborate on that? Because you're the only other person I know that's played it so far. And is it on Play Store? Would be the other thing. That would be the other thing that I would want to know. Let's have a look. I mean, heck, we can look at it. What was it called? Titan's Legacy. At Titans, Legends of Titan. It doesn't look like it's on the Google Play. Not on Google Play. Oh, why do I have a terrible suspicion round 2 is going to be like round 1? Oh dearie me. problem is we can't even say just do our regular pulls. It makes sense because Dan was explaining it earlier. It's definitely grindy, but not much different than it will be running dungeons and stuff all day on Godforge. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So here's a question, right, for general chat. How long should you be playing the game before you get to that grindy stage, do you reckon? Like, should you start, what's the word? Should you be needing to get to that kind of stage within the first few days? Should it be a week of like fluid, constant progression before you get to that point? Or is it something we should be expecting in the first day or two? What do you reckon? Because just from general chats and videos we've seen so far, it seems like Svarog and Heimdall might be sticking points for us in general. And I theorise that we're going to come across them pretty soon in the campaign. It's going to be soft bottlenecks, but yeah. How soon should it be, do you reckon? Because if Heimdall is on the second chapter of the campaign, probably going to get to that in like the first 2 hours. At least this time we know what's up. That's very true, Valimar. It's very true. Very true. Ooh. Oh no. Oh, I see what I did there. Oh wait, my mouse has a forward and back button. That's clever. I'm just gonna off something. I always got stuck on stage 4 campaign and raid. You mean like chapter 4? I forget which one that was. You had Cairnot Castle where you had Lord Champ 4, I think it was. Then you had Sewers of Arnott. It was the end of Sewers of Arnott. There was a lizard. Will those sticking points stop those who are legends at the start, do you think? That's a fair point, Witchy. You know who you are now. I don't know. Will our legendaries just carry us through it? Possibly. Yeah, maybe if you've got legendaries, it might not be a sticking point for you. Oh, okay, I don't yet. I'm trying to think what was there. Was that the one where you had like the dragon that had like reflect damage? Round 4. Okay, it worked, popping it out, yeah. So CDK, do you reckon it should be about 10 days really before we hit our first sticking point? Come on, please. Please, game. I think, obviously it's difficult to say because it really depends on how often you're playing. For me, I'm going to have access to play pretty much all day, I imagine. So for me, I think I want at least 48 to 72 hours of not hitting any hard bottlenecks before I hit that grindy phase. I think it should maybe be a week for normies, people who go outside and touch grass and interact with other human beings. Not me, who's tied to a radiator with my pet cactus. That's my feelings, at least, anyway. I'm still annoyed at myself. I fell for Ulysses. I want to see you pull. I'm disappointed in myself. I didn't see that one going. What is this gross you speak of? The starter hero. Oh, we have some questions. I don't remember, Dan. What is this gross you speak of? Maybe raid, maybe. The starter hero is, would you think it's better to go same alignment as your legendary power or factions, or do you think it even matters? It depends, Ricky. So I've actually gone out on video and said, oh, what is this grass you speak of? Yeah, I don't know what grass is. Back to Ricky's question. I am of the opinion to match your to try and match the alignment of your starter with your legendary hero. That is my opinion. Now, the thing is, we don't know if it's going to matter that much. If the Tower of Strife is level gated and you can't get to it straight away, it might not even matter, truthfully. Like, let's say you have to get to level 40 before it unlocks, so probably by that point you've got some characters from both sides where it doesn't really matter. But I am pairing my legendary hero with my starter when it comes to alignment, because if we do get access to it reasonably early, I imagine there's going to be a fair few nice rewards from it. So it's something that I want to take advantage of, so that's what I'm doing. Brzezinski, wow, still going at it. How late are you staying up, Raid? I'm going to give it another 20 minutes, and then if we have nothing, then I'm going to go hit the heli, because I still have things that I got to do tomorrow. I really like that you don't need energy until you beat a stage. Yeah, well, is that like that's so good as well? Just as when you beat a stage, like you get stuck, it doesn't matter, kind of thing, that you keep trying. So obviously, the first time we beat it, like we're still going to be using it. So that initial burst that we get will still be used. But you know, I think back to the Raid free-to-play challenges that we've had to do. It was a genuine struggle to use that energy early on, like that initial 1,000, 1,500, trying to get it below the threshold where we could start to regenerate again. I remember not being able to do that for days. So, yeah. Random reminder, Blood Moon is tonight. Hey, I'm forced to leave my house and interact with people. It sucks to you, Valmar. Making some money off a grass keyboard, wanting on this business idea. What if it starts working at 30 minutes after you've left? Well, if that's the case, so I won't fall asleep straight away, right? I'm not the kind of person where I can just put my head on the pillow and zonk out like that. I have to like unwind. So if that's the case, maybe I'll jump into someone else's stream, something like that. Maybe. But no promises. I also want to go see this moon that people at Valamar's talking about. But I will be doing videos this week, no doubt. I think what I'm going to do is, my thoughts are, we'll go through everything, and I'll pick out like 5 rares that I really like the look of and I think could be good for people to try and target and build. Same with epics, and I'm going to stick to ones that we don't know. If there's not enough to make 5, then I'll include sort of some alpha ones. But that's what I'm thinking of doing content-wise, is, you know, 5 epics, 5 rares that I like the look of, that we've not seen so far. That, yes, it could be good ones to build. That's the plan anyway. So yeah. That will be what happens if it opens up within 30 minutes. It's very overcast where I am, so I won't be seeing this blood moon. We had the clearest day today, so after earlier on's fiasco, let's call it that, about 4:30 my time, I decided to go for a walk. I've not been out of the house for a couple of days. Such is the nature of playing games and things like that. And I decided I'd been inside, I'd been a gremlin for too long, so I went for a lovely walk this afternoon. And it was sunny. It was really nice. And I went out for hour and a half walk. And considering the UK up until a week ago had rain every single day this year, and we've had a year's worth of rainfall in some areas already in the first 2 months. Yeah, it was nice. Certainly nice to get out. Probably need to look up at the time it'll be visible to you. I won't see it till 6 a.m. Well, you know, it's not like we've got anything else to look at right now. When will Blood Moon appear? Exact time Tuesday's total lunar eclipse turns red. Let's have a look, see. That's 4, but I want 4s. I want UK. Look at the Guardian. Eclipse will feature deep coppery red moon. Sitting to your north. Use this guide to find out when the eclipse will be. What is a blood moon? That's in Australia, North America. Where's London? Oh, you're joking. You not see it from the UK? Blasphemy. UK. Boo! The best places are North America, Asia, and Australia. Man, why are moons gotta be racist? Honestly. I went outside, saw a missile and back in again. Probably best, Charlie. Probably best. Bloody racist moons. Never mind. Looks like I won't be looking at that tonight. If it comes out at a minute before I'm going to go, I will commit to at least half an hour. That is my promise to you. But Simon is still active on the Discord, so it means he's probably still in that war room. Probably. Ooh. Last time I saw a blood moon, I was 13. I don't often go outside, so I can tell you the last time I saw one. Something we asked in chat earlier today, for anyone who is recently tuned in, which new rare or epic that was not in the alpha are you looking forward to seeing?
Something got you squeezed, has it? Unvented.
Or bath time adverts?
Things that take up space. In all kinds
Vinted.
of categories.
And for those of you who answered the poll earlier about whether it will show in the next 30 minutes, 5 more minutes, and anyone who voted yes is wrong. Lubu? Yep. I'm 37. I am actually 33. I have the maturity of a 14-year-old. And sometimes the joints of a pensioner. So I'm a bit of everything. Do, 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 do. Yeah, new epic defenders. Wrong, I prefer the term optimistic. Yeah, maybe it will be fun. New epic defenders. Who are the new epic defenders? Odd one. I'm going to visit a fellow Pantheon member and content creators website. We plugged Adam earlier, so we're going to do the right thing and plug odd one now. Let's see. It's really bad. I've not actually used odd one site until now. Just refresh 4 times because you can't trust a few refreshes. Keep up the good work, CDK. So, can we search by rarity? We can. Search by epic. Let's search by defenders. So, I think they said Cyclops is going to be their bailout. Oh, he plugged me, alright. Naughty Adam. So these are the epic defenders. I don't know if this is all of them. There's certainly ones that we've seen. And it certainly looks interesting. Gog Magog we've seen a few times now. How to do that, be interesting to see what's changed. Whether it's just his affinity or whether his kit has changed itself. Wayne and Gary. Certainly going to be fun ones to look at. What about Brawlers? Who have we not seen here? Reki? I think Simon leaked this guy's kit on a stream recently. Polyphemus and Thorkel. We've got a few to look through when the time comes. Me and Adam were discussing this guy. I could have sworn he was going to be a Slayer when we saw the art when it was first dropped. Banner. Stephanie really interests me because Simon's using her as a damage dealer, right? He said again in a recent video. But that is definitely one to check out. And Sochi Quetzal will be a fun one. A real fan. I really like colours on Odd One site. Yeah. So there's been some other sites that I've seen that were shown very recently where the title like just clashed with, like when you highlight it, it looked awful, you couldn't read it, whereas this, whilst I'm perhaps not a fan of quite how bright they are, at least they sort of stick out, you can see what it is exactly. These two are really interesting. Are there no female legendary brawlers? We'll take a look at the second witch. Mokos, we've seen her passive, that looks really cool, and obviously Zolotl's passive we know as well. It's really cool, these two. And then what epic slayers have we got that we've not seen? It's just these two are the only epic slayers we've not seen. By Raven Pyros, he has a lot on there. Yeah. I think at this stage, until the other one comes up, we just use them all. I have used Ravens though recently. Anyway, it was female legendary brawlers. Is right. There are no female legendary brawlers that we know yet. Legendary specifically. Let's look at... Was it epics we just looked at? No females there. Rares. None there. Okay, so yeah, so there's no female legendary brawlers. Are there any archer brawlers? I mean, let's check common and uncommons. No. Were there any archers? I don't think there are any archer brawlers. No archer brawlers. What about archer defenders? Sphinx is female. We got legendary defenders. Female legendary defenders. Epics. Epics. None there. Aussie Hippolyta. What about Disruptors? Eurydice, Nitocris, Guardi's Queen. You there? In fact, did Simon pull that chick as well on stream? I think so. What we will do, we will check Raven as well, just in case he's got something else that Raven does not. What are we looking for? Brawlers. No, looks like all the same. Veles is okay. Now, so Raven's got a couple more. He's got Hunapu, Kenzin, Henshin, Relonke, Gozu. Yeah, Anna was right. We got Tamagozan, Striesga. Yeah, Raven's definitely got a few more on his right now. Vendors, Baba Yaga. I remember that. In her cauldron. Hu Yi. It's another Magara, Mezu, Inerta, Ryujin, Xingwang Mu. Why is he? Okay, so Raven hasn't quite updated his own site yet either, because we got Shi Wang Mu there, we got Shi Wang Mu here, so neither of the resources are completely up to date. Yeah, Baba Yaga's cool, man. With the chicken feet cauldron. Yeah, I really like the look of the Inerta too, truth be told. Where was he? Is he here? Yeah. This guy looks sweet, although we know absolutely nothing about it. This is so cool, I just realised my mouse has a back button so I can stay in full view mode. Oh Yi, I think is pretty cool. He shot out the suns in Chinese law, which is fun. Ryujin is also pretty sick. Nothing really known about them at this stage. What else have we got? Disruptors. This guy looks like the tits. Simon says he's going to ride that block. He's going to look so cool. He's like, if I'm not mistaken, maybe Lex can tell us when he tunes back in later, this guy is like the head of the Mayan pantheon, like a head god, if I'm not mistaken. So I expect him to be pretty strong. Bishop King and King Arthur, yeah. Hey, were they both defenders? I'll have to come back. Amazlots obviously looks cool. Morrigan looks cool. Morrigan, whichever one it is. Himeko, Xiu-chan. There's lots of female disruptors. Lots of female disruptors. Yao Chan. Heck of a lot going on there. Yeah, were Fisher King and Arthur both defenders? They were. Fisher King and King Arthur both defenders. Man, the all Avalon team, Avalon, is going to be so sick. Fisher King, King Arthur, Vivian. I'm pretty sure, was Morrigan a disruptor? Yeah. Morrigan, Avalon as well. And all you're missing is a Slayer. Arthur and Fisher King would be defenders. Morrigan's your disruptor. Vivian is your invoker. What slayers are there? Anyone? Oh, obviously YDG. Subliminal messaging. I see what you did there, Adam. YDG could be your Slayer. That's a sick all Avalon team. Yeah, that's true. Morgan Le Fay as well. Adam is the other option for sure. I don't know. It would be better. I think maybe YDG is better probably at straight up killing. Probably. But she's like heavily focused on dots. I forget what his kit was about. Ignores defense, attack up. I mean, he also plays his base. He's decreasing defense. Yeah. I'm opening my wallet for the Avalon faction, Simon, take my money. Yeah. I mean, yeah, dragons are cooler. That is true as well. Also, I don't know how useful this is going to be. Like, the problem is, like, transfer blaze and Aetherburn from all allies onto enemies. Sounds great in Fafnir. But then you don't want to be putting blaze on Fafnir, if I remember rightly, so it's kind of like, eh. Yeah. I mean, but he looks like the tits, doesn't he, right? He is the tits. Lancelot could also be the Avalon Slayer. I think it's... Oh, this is why I love this little community that we're building. Morgan Le Fat, yeah. I do remember that. How rude of me to forget that that is her real name. That image that was posted. Yeah. Brawlers are there for Avalon? Are there any Avalon brawlers? No. Isod is the pit. I'm not acknowledging that. We'll rise above it. There's no legendary Avalon brawler by the looks of it. Yeah, it's just Green Knight and Percival. Merlin. Ah, how can we forget about Merlin? We don't know what he is, but so far our all legendary Avalon team is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we reckon Merlin's going to be, guys? That's Avalon too, I guess so. What do we reckon he's going to be? Slayer? He says as he acknowledges it. Shoo! Shoo, Adam. Is this a Slayer? He's very druidic as opposed to War Wizard. Invoker, I'm thinking. Yeah, so, with that druidic vibe. Kind of see that. Brinsky reckons the same. Yeah, maybe you're right, actually. You reckon that he'll be like a healer kind of invoker? Or do you reckon he'll be like Vivian? Not necessarily a healer invoker, but more of like a support kind of invoker, but not a healer. I think he just turns your team into squirrels. CDK thinks a disruptor for Merlin. Interesting as well. I think, yeah, if Merlin is an invoker, I don't think we see him as an out-and-out healer. I think we see him something like this, buffing and with his Master of Magics. You reckon it's CDK? Like, what sort of line are you thinking with Disruptor? Are you thinking like lightning storms and stuns? Is that kind of what you're thinking with his lore, or think it maybe looks too druidic for an invoke, for a disruptor. Calamar sees a disruptor. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I just lean towards Slayer. Or at least what he should be. I'm not saying he looks like one. You just think like all-powerful wizard knows everything. Maybe it's D&D, but you know, like casting fireball. For those of you D&D players out there, you'll know what I'm on about with fireball. He'll be Godforge's version of turning the enemy team into rabbits type. Yeah, Adam's saying the same thing, placing morph. Does anyone remember what the morphs were? I wonder if actually Raven's got them on here. Or was it status effects, maybe? We don't have morph on here. Why do I feel like we've seen morph somewhere? Was it in one of Simon's videos, maybe, that we saw it? Yeah, maybe you guys are right. Invoker or Disruptor? I'm leaning Invoker the more I sort of sit on it. But I could see what people are saying with Disruptor. Maybe he pulls tree roots out of the ground. I don't know. No, there's no root in this game. Like, yeah, tree roots, root, hold people in place. Didn't ask how big the room was. Yeah, I mean, it's not that important. I guess I just wanted to know what there are. Like, is one of them a frog, for example? Can't necessarily see it being frog as a morph, but if it is frog, maybe? Maybe Merlin turns people into frogs. I really want frog plushie. A Merlin frog plushie is my dream. That's what we want. But yeah, completely forgot about him. Lancelot is the Slayer too. Very RuneScape vibes. Ceridwen. Invoker supporting Arthur opposite Morgan Le Fay, the Slayer. Ooh, Ricky, that is a good shout. Because Morgan Le Fay, like, she's called Le Fay, like, Le Fay stands for the fairy, if I'm not, and Morgan Le Fay is a very complex character. At one point, she was an apprentice to Merlin, I believe, in Arthurian legend. She wasn't always, like, this evil warlock. She used to be pretty sort of like helpful, and so very complex character in mythos or legend, I guess we can call it. But yeah, that's not a bad shout actually. She's the Slayer, so Merlin's the Invoker. Maybe we're onto something. Wait, did Adam just say frog? Could he be an Invoker with morph, do we reckon? Could he still be an Invoker and place the frog morph on somewhere? But yeah, Michael, that's my initial thought. Like, yeah, inspiration, inspiring. Yeah, I think I'm happy to, definitely one of those two, to sit on those. I am leaning more Invoker personally. I highly doubt we're going to see this. But how cool if we have. He can invoke the power of frog. Yeah, I really hope Merlin's turning people into frogs, regardless of what he is. Regardless of what he is. Oh, dearie me. Right, gang. Once again, our stream has been thwarted by the server gods. And I am super, super tired. So, I'm going to call it there. but for the 60 of you that have consistently hung out this evening for what has essentially been a nothing stream, thank you so, so much for hanging out and chatting with me. I apologize for the second time today that I have, I guess, let you down with expectations on what this stream's going to be. I'm going to have to change the title of this stream to, once again, just general chat as opposed to physically viewing the kits. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. Special thanks to Mike and Frank for becoming boss members. Thank you so much to the pair of you. That really means a lot to me there. And yeah, I have some things planned in the morning that I have to do. We've obviously got Simon's stream as well in the middle of the day. I don't know if I'm going to jump on the site or whether I leave it as a surprise and still do a first impressions before I go. Is that something you guys would want to see? A first impressions? If you do, I won't look at any of the index. I will, I'll turn a blind eye to it, and then we can maybe come back tomorrow evening and do like a live react still. Is that something you guys would want? I appreciate everyone else would have seen it, and there'll be tons of content already made on it. But if it's something you guys want, then I will not look at anything, and we can do a round 3 tomorrow. Yeah, CDK. First impression would be cool. I mean, there's still 61 of you hanging out in here. It is going to drop off, but are we saying 58 don't care? Not really bothered. Real deal will be here. 007 at the end. I know who you are. And this has been more like a Pantheon hangout, to be fair, or cluster hangout. First impressions, if it comes out tomorrow, fingers crossed. Okay, well, do you know what? I will not look at anything tomorrow. And you'll watch the video regardless, yeah. I'll see how my day goes tomorrow. Whether I do a video as first impressions or whether we do a stream. But the thing is, Krasinski, it doesn't matter if you can make it or not, because it can be a video. Like, the VOD is rewatchable anyway, right? So it doesn't really matter. I'll think on it tomorrow. Maybe, yeah. I'll think on it tomorrow. We'll see how we get on. But at least for the morning, with what I've got going on and the meetings and then the Simon stream, definitely won't look at anything, and then we'll make a decision to tomorrow afternoon. So yeah, I'm going to hit the hay now. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Look after yourselves. Work hard. As always, play harder. And I'll see you maybe for round 3 tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Love you all.